this YouTube land. Somehow you found your way to the Freedom Eat 2 channel. Mind you, I do have a Freedom Eat channel. I'm going to start selling the channel. Not selling it, selling it to you. So go ahead and subscribe if you like and share it. Because we're not getting anywhere doing it how we were doing it. So we got to join the train of asking people to participate in fixing this place that we call home, we call our country, rather than just doing it. So I'm asking you, do your part. So like and subscribe. It's not that hard. So you need to vote aggressively and protest peacefully, they say. A lot of the things I talk about, for those who don't know, um, are about things, more conversations I have in my life with people, or things that are going on in my life. And today is one of those days. It's the 15th, which is land payment day. The guy that sold me my land, really nice gentleman. He's lived a really good life. He's done well for himself, his family. Today, we talked about all kinds of things, but voting and protesting, the two major, oh, that happens again, I'll turn it down. The two major topics were voting and protesting. We talked about some other stuff, like the military. He looks at it as the military is why he has been able to live. Damn, that place just burned down. Holy shit. That wasn't like that 2 weeks ago. Man, that sucks. I hate seeing people lose their homes, especially like when it's a single wide like that. There's a the old one, good possibility they didn't have any homeowners. Sure as if they did, it's not going to give a shit. It sucks, man. We can find out who it is, see if we can do something for him. But he looks at like the military as giving him a good life, and because of that, he is pro military. I'm like, listen, my oldest son, I tried talking him into going to the military, even when that Afghanistan war was going on. But I also didn't understand what the war was about then, and so I was on the train of, let's go fucking murk all the terrorists. When the truth was is that there wasn't any goat herders that were terrorizing people, and the ones who were killing soldiers over there, I mean, you had to look at it from their point of view. They're just over their minds, their own business, and now you have an invading military force ordering you around, telling you what to do. I mean, what would you do if China came here and tried to spread some communism? Would you be okay with it? No, you wouldn't be. So like I told her, I'm not going to support my kids going into the military. Even though the discipline's there, the possibility of retirement after 20 years is there, the things they can learn that will give them the ability to make some good money in the private sector is there. But I'm not willing, even though he's like, well, the thing is they can't go in to be a rifle toter. You got to have them go in and do something like he was a nuclear electrician. The guy that sold me my land. He was only here for 6 years too. But they got to go in and do something like that where they're not, the chances of them having to take a bullet is slim to none. I said, but you're still participating. Even if you're on a submarine, you're still participating in what happens on the land. But they couldn't understand it. They're older folks. They couldn't understand my point. Just like with the voting aggressively, that was what she said, and protesting peacefully, which is what she said. Now, I asked her, do you believe that we've seen a selection get taken? I don't think I can say the S word, like when your car gets stolen. I said, do you believe that? She said, yeah. We watched the numbers change. Watched TV. We was watching it. And the numbers were changing as we were watching it. I was like, well, people were voting, so the numbers changed. But if you believe that, by using your own logic, voting doesn't matter. But you're sitting here telling me I need to vote. Why does it matter if I vote if the guy counting the votes is going to do what he wants anyway? And again, they couldn't understand it. I don't know how old they are. They're in their late 60s, probably. She looks way older, than he does.
Look at this shit. So, time out for a second. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this. Past all the garbage on my truck. That's my kid's shit. Do you see the little fake rock over here that's covering something up? I think I would rather have whatever's under it sticking up than some fucking rock that obviously don't belong there. Some fake ass rock. I mean, you don't see rocks standing out of the ground like that around here. Anyway, so why am I going to waste my time and participate in something that I know it doesn't matter? And why am I going to push other people to do it or ask other people to do it when it doesn't matter? And, she really couldn't explain her point of view in a way that made sense, other than she just felt like you need to participate. You need to vote. That's why we got to vote. It's like, well, you go vote all you want, hon. I'm going to stay over here and just live my life. She's like, well, when you look at that, you have what happens now. And I said, no. If you want to look at who really won all the elections in the last 200 years, is the people who decided they wasn't going to participate in the bullshit anymore. There wasn't. There was. Well, how many people voted? 140 million last year or 2 years ago. I mean, that leaves 200 million that said, we don't give a fuck. We're not dealing with it. Probably should have waited till I left here to do this, but it's okay. You guys can come along with me. Got to get some ice cream. I'm trying to pack on some weight, so we're trying to eat lots of shit that ain't good for me. I've lost unintentionally. It wasn't intentional. I've lost a lot of weight in the past, 4 months. I've lost 4 inches on my waist. When we moved down here, hey, oh shit, sorry, didn't mean to drop. Oh no, fuck, dropped y'all. Come back on. There you are. I've unintentionally lost 4 inches on my waist. When we moved down here, I could barely fit into 36s, and now my 32s are falling off of me. But anyway, it's more of the. I hate calling them sheeple, but that's what they are. They just do as they're told because their group, their team, is what their team's on. We got to vote. We got to vote aggressively. The midterms matter. Get out of here. This shit don't matter. What matters is I get left alone, and ain't nobody gonna leave me alone. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's hundreds for purchases less than $60. Okay, we're not able to accept $100 bills unless the purchase is 60 or more. That makes sense. Because $100 bills don't spend. I guess other stuff. I guess $100 bills don't spend anymore. But then, oh shit, I might lose you all right here. If I do, just give me a second. I'm only going to be here 1 second. I just got to grab a couple things. Ignore you. Damn. Oh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Oh, I got you guys back. My bad. See, I told you it'd only be a second. What
Hello.
up?
$12.28.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Trying to do 2 things at one time. Multitasking. One second. My bad. Sorry.
772. You have a good day.
Oh, sure. Can you ever pack a Marvel Ice in a box, please? While I'm here, it will save me a trip.
That's your ID?
Oh, man. Like, I look 100 years old. Still getting carded.
Got a card everywhere.
Well, you choose to card everybody. It's a choice. Even though the employers says you have to, you still make the choice to work there. Therefore, you make the choice to do it. 11/18/80. I can tell you what Jesus was like.
657.
Oh, my bad. For some reason, I was thinking that's how much change you gave me. You sit right there. I'll scrape it up off this thing. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Have a good day.
You too.
Always do. Thank you. Wow. All right. You see that, right? I have to card you. No, you don't. You choose to card me. Like people don't understand even what their own actions are anymore, or what they do. Just like, it all ties in together. But I don't think voting matters anymore. Not even at the local level, because here's the thing: you can't opt. No matter what happens, it doesn't matter because you can't opt out. They've made it where you can't opt out. Initially, the way our Constitution is designed, if people don't see this, you're free to refuse to consent, and you are free to choose to not even be governed. You should be able to go your entire life without having any interaction with government. But it's not that way. And it will never be that way again. The longer we live, the more interaction with government we're going to have, the shittier our lives are going to be. But we're going to be told that we're free. We're going to be told that life is great and all that other nonsense. And if you vote, it's bread and circuses. That's all it is. Bread and circuses. Anyway, so then we started talking about but she didn't agree with me on the voting thing. Neither one of them did. And I'm like, but you just told me that your vote in 2020 didn't matter because somebody other than you, who had control over your vote, decided it didn't matter. But you're going to continue to vote. Why? There's the hope. We talk about hope. Hope is a killer. Hope is not really a good thing. You gotta have hope. Like, when you're sentenced to a prison sentence, you're not sentenced to time. They sentence you in years or months. But what they're really sentencing you to is hope. Because that hope for the day to come that you get out is a killer, man. I've seen it firsthand kill people. And I'm not being funny. I seen an old man die in London, Ohio. He had been locked up since 1978. 1978. I don't know the specifics of it, but he killed somebody in a car accident. I think he was drunk. They went to his parole board, or because he's under old law, he still has to see the parole board. And they denied his parole. But he has done everything right. They denied his parole because he had a dirty urine for weed. Which I know, guys. I know, like, you're not supposed to be smoking weed in prison, da 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 da. But number one, those tests are faulty. Was he smoking weed? Yeah, probably. But still, a lot of those tests they put too much faith in those tests. Number two, the motherfucker's been locked up 40 goddamn years, 40 something years. It was like 38 at the time, or 37. Cut him some slack. Who gives a shit if he smokes some weed? At least he ain't in there shooting dope and fucking little boys and stabbing people and shit. Who cares? And the dude literally went downhill quick. I left London. I had heard that the old man had died. I don't know. There's another old man in there too that was locked up a couple more years than I've been alive. Like, you think about that, like, goddamn. Dude that lived in the next to me. His house was next to mine. I've been locked up. I don't know. I think at the time it was like 36 years. And he was getting ready to get out. And he's like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know, bro. But anyway, so voting peacefully, or protesting peacefully, that was the next thing. She wants to start talking about the truckers. Her brother's a truck driver, and he's going to be
leading the way on this protest. I said, okay, stop and let's think about this for a second. We're watching them set up how they're already going to defeat those truckers. What do you mean? I said, well, we know that Biden supports BLM. We know that Trudeau supports BLM. Biden just said Trudeau, or BLM just got a bunch of money from Trudeau or whatever. And the last press conference that Trudeau had, or Trudeau, however the fuck you say his name, he called what the truckers are doing an insurrection. Now, if you look at history and look at what happened on January 6th in this country, and they said that those people who, but what they did amounts to a field trip with some bad kids. That's what it amounted to. You know, class went on a field trip, 2 kids broke the statue. They called it an insurrection, and they were locking those people up. So here's what's going to happen to these truckers when they protest peacefully in D.C., unarmed. They don't have to arrest their boss. Like, they can't arrest us all. Okay, well, raise your fucking hand to be the first one to be arrested. Let's see that shit happen. Then we'll stand behind you that they can't arrest us all, or them all. Number 2, they don't have to arrest everybody. They only have to arrest enough people so that everybody sees it. And then if they're not willing to die for their cause, they will fold and they will go home. Well, here's what she said to me. She's like, if the truck shut down, then the world's just going to fall apart, some shit like that. I'm like, they don't give a fuck. They're still going to be eating fine. She's like, no, they won't, because there won't be no food in stores. I was like, you're not listening to me, huh? Joe Biden's not going to get in his food from Walmart. They're flying fucking desserts in from France and shit. If the world was starving, if our country was starving, they was looking out, Joe Biden's in the White House, he's looking out the window, and there's people dropping dead from starvation outside the White House. Still be because they won't be able to get us. They have the money that it doesn't matter. They can fly it in. They can, Bill Gates got 250,000 farm acres. You don't think that they can pay somebody, one person or a family, to grow food or grow cattle on that land? So people just don't see it. They think the world is just this view of whatever it is. I don't know. I don't get it. But it just makes no sense. If and I'm not a violent dude. I say it all the time. I don't promote violence. I don't like violence. Don't want to see no violence. Fuck violence. I don't enjoy seeing people hurt, man. That's why I quit fighting. That's why I quit fist fights. I used to be a lightweight hothead. That's Christian. I'd fight anybody. It didn't matter. It didn't. If I knew I was going to get beat to death, I'd still fight them. Is it like, maybe, I don't want to say it was an ego thing, but it was like a man thing. Like just like, what I'm doing with now. You're not going to tell me what to do. Just like you're a dude, you're not going to call me a bitch. I might, if you're my buddy, I might let you slide once. I'll warn you, like, hey man, we don't say that word, because that word those are fighting words. If you call me a bitch, you're going to get hit in the mouth. If I don't know you and you call me a bitch, I'm not even going to say nothing to you. I'm going to take off on you. I know y'all. I'll give you one. I'll give you one. I give everybody one. Like, you can say it once. Matt Hoover for CRS Firearms used to do that shit to me. I'd be talking to him and he called me a bitch. Like, motherfucker, you do that shit one more time, I'm gonna fucking drive to Wisconsin. I'm gonna beat the absolute fucking brakes off your ass. But anyway, so the protest, my point is that they're already setting it up to stop it before it happens. And I would bet in the coming days that this will become a topic. And once it becomes a topic, they will shut it down. If they really wanted to do it the right way, what they would do is they would surround DC and the states and block all the roads off. That's what they would do. Problem with that is that you're pro-freedom, but now you're stopping others from living their lives, driving on roads they pay for. So if your problem is with the government, go take care of your problem with government. Don't involve everybody else that don't want to be involved in shit. But they're going to do it because they're the freedom convoy, and that's not what they are. That's what they believe they are. I had a conversation with I'm not even going to tell you who it was, because I just don't want to throw them out there. It was a private conversation. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it this time.
And he said, "Look, man, we're on the same page. We are allies. We just believe a little different." I said, "Look, bro, like, if anybody has ever seen me say something that didn't promote freedom or wanted to stop somebody else's freedom of choice or whatever, let me know." I said, I mean, because I will check myself and I will change what I do. I said, but don't say that you're pro freedom just because you believe you are, because you're not. You are pro what you believe is freedom, which isn't pro freedom at all. Hold on, I gotta get my wife. Hey, wifey, will you get this ice cream I just got and put it in the fridge? Okay, well, here, give that trash. Take this. If you want to get them ready, I'll take them out. In the trash. Okay. I need to go to the dump today. No, I don't go tomorrow. I got too much shit to do today. But anyway, it looks like a dump around here. I don't know. Put that up in a minute. Oh, shit. But anyway, so like I run into that a lot where people, you're not pro freedom. You are pro your form of tyranny, but you just haven't realized it yet. We had a pretty good conversation. Normally our conversations are kind of heated, but we was talking about Matt Hoover, and he kept making excuses for him. And I checked him. I'm like, dude, listen to yourself talk. You're a grown ass man making excuses for another man. They believe they got a good case. Well, I might know a little bit more about the case than you do. Look, motherfucker, here's what I know, and I've dealt with the system, and here's what I know. Matt held up something and said, "This is a fucking machine gun. If you buy it, you can break the law and make a lightning link out of it and scratch your full auto itch and then throw it away. Nobody will know." And promoted that product. He might beat a couple of the charges, conspiracy. He might be. He's probably going to beat that. He's fucked though. He is royally fucked, and he's buried Justin too. When he was warned, listen, I talked to Matt. You guys, I'm sure you guys remember me talking about this. I think I talked about it before Justin was even arrested, maybe. That it was going to lead to this. This is what was going to happen, and all those people that Matt is relying on, so John Crump is tied to FPC. FPC has lawyers, therefore Matt is tied to FPC through their lawyers. So anytime he has something questionable about legality, he talks to these lawyers. Lawyers don't see it in the same light as somebody who's been on the defense from these dudes. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And I'm not saying I know everything about the law, because I don't. I know a lot about it. I know what I've dealt with. But I said this would happen. And if you look back on it, if you remember Lego Man, when he got arrested, and I think there's been one other person, two other people. But after Lego Man was arrested, Matt, for views, which equates to money, did a live stream with Lego Man talking about his freaking case. Yet Matt's too much of a coward to even put out a video saying, "Hey guys, I'm not going to be doing videos. These other people are going to be doing it for me, blah, 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 blah." Let's talk about your case, Matt. Like you did everybody else. Let's let you bury yourself as you had other people bury themselves for views. But it won't happen. Anyway, protesting peacefully. Trying to stay on top of it, not doing a very good job. The thing about protest is you have to. It doesn't matter what you're protesting for. And I'm not saying that I quit it, puppy dog. That I like violence, because I don't promote violence. I don't like violence. Don't be violent. But if you protest and you're not willing to die for whatever it is you're protesting for, you've lost. It's a pointless cause, because they know that they can just arrest you and you will let them. They know they can steal your property and you will let them. They know they can take your money and you will let them. And it's all in the name of this thing called peace that we've had shoved down our throats over the past decade. And it's not by coincidence it's been shoved down our throats over the past decade. They've done it so people will believe that that's the only way. Well, look at the facts. Look at BLM. Them bastards ain't peaceful. They get everything they want. You know why? Because government knows if they fuck with them, they will burn the shit to the ground. And I don't agree with what they do. But it's just, if you're right and you're just and you are morally, or your principles are sound and you are morally pointed in the right direction, then you have, you know, if I'm standing here protesting something and somebody commits an act of violence against me, the only way to stop that is to return that. But it's lost. We've all been tricked into believing that what we support is anti what's happening, yet we're supporting what's happening through our own belief systems. I don't know. But I don't, the trucker convoy, in my opinion, ain't gonna do shit. Just like in, they're trying to, Justin Trudeau just tried to, or just did, damn it, she's gonna yell at the dogs. Justin Trudeau just started the Mercies Act up there. You know that you can be charged for aiding and abetting terrorists if you sent those truckers $20. I mean, it's crazy. Imagine going to Canada because you sent these truckers $20 a year ago or whatever it is. I'm talking about in the future. They arrest you for aiding terrorists. All that shit's coming, man. And if you think fucking voting is going to do anything, if you think peace is going to get you there, you're high. You need to quit watching the goddamn TV and go outside in the woods and learn and get to know yourself. We have so much entertainment around us. So there's been this whole saga with Upchurch and Heavy Duty Country. I hate Heavy Duty. I've hated that dude fucking for years. He's a bitch. Like I've never had any professional training at all in fighting. All my fighting is real world experience. Heavy Duty Country, if somehow you see this video, I will get in the octagon with your bitch ass. And I will beat the brakes off of your fucking big, pretty boy, stupid fucking 5-gallon, cowboy hat wearing bitch ass. And he is a bitch. He truly is a bitch. Like, he's a bitch for real. Anyway, I don't know why I went down that road. But, you keep doing what you do and you keep getting what you get. They call that insanity. Yet, the world does it, and we call it democracy. The country does it. It's called democracy. And democracy is evil, and people don't understand that. But everybody has their own belief, for the voting. Oh, shit. I can't do that right now.
I could
But I can do
I mean, I don't want to sit here and.
I mean, you did it.
No.
My baby's trying to fat me up. I used to hate chocolate ice cream as a kid. God, I love it now.
Steven says Heavy Duty Country has his optics mounted like halfway down his handguard on every AR. He has no idea what he's doing.
No, he's a pretty boy, man. That's what he is.
He's an idiot.
He's an idiot. We shut this in the freezer in a minute.
Yeah.
It's freaking good though.
51 room.
There you go.
49.
We go get the dogs ready. You get them ready. I hope you take them out. We got a lot to do around here today. I got to get this tractor back. I had a conversation about it, and I was mistaken for what he said. It should have been back last week. So we're going to get it done today. That's got a couple of things to move with it. Some tanks to put in there. The Conex container. I got to get that job box with the Conex container with it. Got to weld up the trailer. Shoulder's got a part of it broke. Which I don't even know if I got the outlet. I got the power. I just don't know if I have the outlet to. I guess I can change the plug on the welder. To weld it, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, guys. Hopefully, don't expect change because you have a mass of people that keep participating in their own demise, and there's too many of them. You can't change people's minds about one thing. Try to change millions of minds about everything they know. It's just not going to happen. But I got to go. I got shit to do. Got a lot of shit to do today, actually. I mean, it doesn't even look like I've done anything here. Like, looking at it right now, I'm like, what the fuck is what I've done? I've just got more shit here. But we've actually got a lot done. We haven't got to the big stuff yet, which we're getting ready to get to it. PH Info 101 is going to be here Thursday-ish, Friday-ish. He's going to be staying here until April, he said, late March, early April. So now that I'll have an extra set of hands, we're going to get a lot done. I love Paul to death. Paul's a great friend of mine. He's a great guy. I really appreciate, him coming to see me. In a few weeks, definitely one of my other buddies are coming down. He's looking at some land down here. and another friend of mine is going to ride down with him, and all these people I've met through YouTube. So if YouTube's done anything, it's created some great relationships for me. And like, I love these people. They're my family. You know what I mean? Like, if they needed me, I would jump in the car and I would be there. Just like Cone the other day, I felt like he needed somebody and nobody was stepping up. So I we jumped in the ride and went there and just talked to him, make sure he was all right. So that's what family members do, and that's what we're going to continue to do. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing, because everything outside of that doesn't matter. It's not going to matter. I mean, I know there's going to be guys saying, well, if it does matter to you because they're going to text you. None of that shit matters to me. They can do what they want. I really don't give a shit. I'm not participating in it. Just going to do my thing and try to live my life. And hopefully y'all do the same. But all right, stay safe. Got to run. Peace.